In your LEGO animations, have you ever wanted to make your characters throw objects? Well, I think this is the perfect animation tutorial for you. I will be showing you how to throw an object. An iPhone, Apple, whatever you want to do. This is between two characters, but you can easily just remove the second character and do it with only one. Please note that I'm using Screencastify, which is not the smoothest screen recorder, but it's free in what I had on hand. So when you're watching this video, please think of that, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so for this tutorial, you only need 4 things. First, you need your minifigures or minifigure. You need your bricks for masking, which I'll get into. You need some sticky tack, and then an object to throw, and I have a Lego iPhone piece right here. Okay, so now for this stop motion, we're going to have Lloyd throwing the iPhone over to Jay. So this is a fairly simple animation, and I'll be teaching you how to do it, and you can apply this to almost anything. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so the first picture we'll take is this, right? It's fairly simple. They're in a normal starting position. Okay, we can see our frames here, and it's a pretty clean photo. So now we're gonna do a little wind up for Lloyd, because one of the basic things is that you need, like momentum. Lloyd needs to wind up. So then you take the picture of him doing that. Just one more of him slowing down. Ease in and ease out is a big part of this process. Then you can duplicate this photo to show that they're, kind of standing still. And then you have Lloyd start his motion. So yeah, move Lloyd's leg right here, move his arm here a little bit back, make sure he's square on the stud, and then just move him back a little. So here you can see the last frame. It's just a slight movement, right? And if I did not already mention, I am filming at 15 frames per second, but you can cut a few frames out and make it work with whatever you want. Next frame will be a big one. He's going to have like a super huge motion. Oh, he's leaning back a lot now. So let's just loop our animation right now. See, that's pretty good. Except for this slight little movement, which this is just the, the preview, the video preview is not the best. So, but the pictures, when you get them in focus, they're good quality. So we do another where he slows his wind down. And if I did not mention already, ease in and ease out is a huge factor of this. Knowing how to ease in and ease out will really help your videos look very well. Okay, so this is probably our final frame. You can see Lloyd winds up, and he's kind of in his final rest position. Okay, so once that finishes loading, you can probably pause this. Find the pause thing. You can probably pause it for 1/3 to half of a second, whatever you feel. But now, here is where the interesting thing comes in. You push Lloyd down a little, but you move the phone up just a tinge. You put this arm, you bring it up again, like that. Then you take your photo. So then now it will look like this. Okay, so, and then, now here's the big thing with the masking, right? So, Lloyd, you gotta move him like this, but then get rid of the phone altogether. So that's his phase, right? You take that photo. Take this one, and then don't move him at all. Now you have your blank frame of Lloyd, right? So now you're gonna grab your masking bricks, and then to whatever height Lloyd is at, which it looks about 3 1/3 bricks tall. So I'm going to take a stud and that and put it like this. And then let's see the trajectory. So he's throwing it like this. He wants to kind of throw it maybe remove that stud. I don't know, whatever you want to do. And then have him toss it like that, because then it will look like this. And then he's throwing it. And then you take that picture. And now, I save the masking for later. Sometimes with Stop Motion Studio, it will change the lighting, and that's not always what you want. Okay, so now for this frame, you're gonna have Lloyd throw his arm down a little more, make him come down. Jay will reach up his arm slightly and move him back slightly. So you can see from the difference of this frame, they're there, and then now they're just moving a little bit, and then you'd want to take this photo, right? And then you grab your masking bricks. I follow an arc, so it kind of like comes down with the way that Lloyd's throwing it. I understand that this is not the most helpful language, but I don't know how to put it. It's like the phone is following his arc. So it's going to land in Jay's hand. If you can see, probably about like right here, it's going to land in Jay's hand. So then take that photo. Excuse me for the mowing of the lawn. I think that's my neighbor. And then you move this up more. He's like, yeah, he's almost got it. And then you take the photo, right? So here is a rookie mistake that sometimes people make, like even including me. I can show you guys that in 1 second. Once I make sure that the phone is flipping in the right direction. Okay. So one mistake that people will commonly make is, you can see this, right? Like, there is tack covering up part of the phone. This is not always a problem if it's minor, but if, like, tack is covering up a lot of the phone, that will make the phone weird, and you're probably going to have to redo the shot, which is not good. So now we have the phone flying. We can probably make it smaller. Do that. And take the photo. Like, you need to make sure that in between your frames, they don't move. So, like, if the set wiggles, you're going to have to redo the frames. You can see here, it moves just, like, not much. So, that's okay if it moves just barely noticeable. But if you can, like, see that it's noticeable, then that's kind of bad. You would want to redo the shot. Okay. We are setting up the thing again. Lloyd needs to wind down, and this will probably be his last frame of moving down. And I can have him rest in that position. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good animation so far. Just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. So the live view will sometimes distort things. So, like, as you can see here, it doesn't look like it's right. It looks like it's moving, and that would normally be bad. But Stop Motion Studio Pro is a little finicky, especially for computers. Like, I'm using this on my computer and my DSLR camera, which I don't do much. So with Jay following the phone's arc, he's probably going to catch it in a downwards position. So we have that last frame, right? Right here. Then we take our photo. And then finally, the moment you guys have been waiting for, probably, I don't know, is Jay catching the phone. Make sure it's not too high so it doesn't look like the arc is followed. See, like, doo. Yeah, like that looks good. Okay? And you take the photo. And then, because Jay just got an iPhone, he's probably not going to stay in the same position. So you move him back a little bit. Try to move his arm, like, very slightly. Like this. See, you can kind of, like, see a little bit. And then just slightly one more. There. Then if you want, this is totally, like, you don't gotta do this, but you can have Lloyd do a smooth wind out back to position, and I will speed this part up. So now, if you didn't want to do Lloyd, that's okay. But now we have Jay, and he's got to wind down back to his normal position. Okay, so now I think our animation is complete. Okay, so now let's watch our animation. See, so I think that's pretty good, despite the pause. But now, here's masking. So, right, we have this photo. We're gonna go here, and then you click erase. Okay, so it's the erase tool. Now that you have this, select this, and select the size of your brush. I am gonna do 100, and you just get rid of this completely. You can see there's a little bit of tack on the phone. It's not gonna matter too much. Get rid of the shadows. Don't want that. And then you clean the characters up so there aren't any shadows on them either. Okay, and then with that done, I'm going to leave the blank frame in case I notice anything, but then keep doing this with all your other frames. And then if you run into something like this, you want to use the plus tool, make that, and then be more careful, because, yeah, see, like, this is a mess. Just want to very carefully and slowly. See, that's like close to perfect. That's fine for what I'm doing right now. Then you go down to all your frames. Okay, so now I've done all the masking, and now you come back and you find all the blank frames, and then you delete the blank frames. So I'm gonna do that real quick. There. So now it's not the most smooth. You know, this is just practice, but this should be pretty good. Jay does a little thing where he does move forward in this frame, but when you come across that, it should not be too big of a deal. So let me do this, and now we can see what we have. Let's just loop it. Okay, so that's really good. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, please let me know. Yeah, so have a good day.